Hello everyone and welcome to a video about SDS, Stochastic Diffusion Search, and the way that I'm going to be explaining it is by using Mark Bishop's metaphor for it, which is the restaurant game, which should help people understand how SDS works. So let's get rid of this. Okay. So what SDS is a search algorithm which uses swarm intelligence. And the way that it works, it allows the different agents to talk to each other after they have assessed a particular area very briefly. So they do a partial search in an area and they see if it's all right. If it's still good, then they keep searching that area and they bring more people in. They bring more agents in that have been unsuccessful to that area. So the flow diagram, which I'm going to put on screen here, will go through step by step how it all works, and I'm going to be drawing diagrams here and going to be explaining how it works. So to start off with, we're going to need some agents. So I'm going to represent these as 4 circles as 4 agents. Obviously, there are going to be more agents than that in reality, but at the moment, I'm just going to display as 4 for simplicity. And then we've got our search space. So in this scenario, I'm going to try and find the best meal. So the scenario for this is you are in a town that you do not know with some colleagues and some friends, and you all want to try to find the best meal, the best restaurant there is. So a way you could do it is go to each restaurant and try all the meals and go through all them, but that's very expensive, and although it's thorough, it wastes quite a lot of time. It would take a lot of time. With this, we have our agents and we have our restaurants, which I'm representing as rectangles. And we're going to just do these going all the way around. So we've got our restaurants, and each restaurant has the same number of meals. Which I'm representing as lines. So we've got a scenario set up here. Now, following the flow diagram, what we have to do for each agent is to choose a random restaurant. So I'm just going to do this quite randomly and be like, okay, this one's going here, this one's going there, this one's going here, and this one is also going there. Moving on down, we are going to now, for each agent, select a random meal. So this agent is going to choose this one's going to choose the first one, this one's going to choose this top one, and this one's going to choose this third one here. It's now going to say if the meal was good. So we're going to check if its hypothesis, which is the restaurant, is going to check against that and see if that particular restaurant is good based on this meal, which is a partial search. So I'm not too sure, but I'll just say that this one's correct, this one is wrong, this one's correct, and this one is wrong. Okay? So once they've had their meal, then they go back to like a communal area. They go back to the little hub and they start talking to each other. But the way that they do that is that the people who are satisfied will go back to the same restaurant that they came to the next day, because they're happy. They're just going to keep checking the hypothesis. The agents that were not, they're going to go back and choose a random agent So this agent, for example, will choose this slot, a random one out of here. So if he chooses this colored agent, the one that I've just highlighted, he will go to this restaurant and make that his hypothesis. However, he will choose a random dish the next time he goes there. If, however, this agent were to choose the agent that we just talked about here, who was unhappy with their meal, then he would just choose a random restaurant again. So if we follow that scenario, we'll change this guy back, get rid of all these. Just go around there. Very messy, but well. Okay. So because these two are happy, they're going to go back. This one checked with this guy, so he's going to go over here. And this guy was unhappy with his meal here, so he's going to go and he checked this guy, and he was unhappy, so he's going to choose another random restaurant, so he's going to go over here because it's random. And they're going to check for another meal. So this guy is going to go down here, and he was unhappy. This guy is going to go here, he's happy. This guy's going over here, and he's happy. And this guy's going to go over here and choose this one, and he's not happy. And this will keep going on until all the agents have come back and spoken to the correct people to come back. So if this was the correct restaurant, all these would slowly congregate over to this restaurant, and they would never leave. But if the search space was slightly incorrect, so if there was 3 rights and 1 wrong, whenever one of them would go to the wrong one, or if 2 of them went to the wrong one and they spoke to each other, they would go to a random restaurant and keep searching till they found the best one. And this would just keep going on and on and on. And that is my explanation of the restaurant game and how stochastic diffusion search works. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.